Hello student. So let us start our discussion. In previous tutorial we have discussed associative memory, and in associative memory we have discussed content associative or content addressable memory. So now we will start our discussion with the cache memory. Okay, so in cache memory let us start with the discussion. Let us start the discussion with the terminology. So the first terminology is locality of reference. So what is meaning of locality of reference? So meaning of locality of reference is that whenever we require any data, that data should be available locally. Okay, so data should be available locally. Now what is meaning of locally? Locally means whatever data CPU is executing frequently, for example some loop or some subroutine or some instruction which are being executed frequently, okay, that should be available very easily, or you can say fast to the CPU. Okay, so CPU don't have to get that data from the memory. Okay, so the purpose of locality of reference is to you can say improve the performance of CPU, okay, and improve the throughput of CPU. Now how it will be implemented? So this will be implemented using cache memory. So what is cache memory? Whatever data, whatever instruction is being used by CPU very frequently, okay, or the instruction which is being executed by CPU very frequently, that will be stored inside the cache memory. Now where this cache memory will be exactly located? So cache memory will be inside the CPU, and means inside the processor, and it will fill the gap between speed gap between the processor and main memory. So this cache memory will be a very small size memory. So small size memory means it will not store all the data, but frequently used data will be stored inside the cache memory, and it is very high speed memory, okay, which we have discussed in the beginning of this unit. So this cache memory will play very important role in avoiding the memory interaction of CPU, okay, in many cases. So let us see that what is heat ratio. Now whenever CPU is looking for any content, okay, so CPU is looking for data, okay, and if that data is found in cache memory, then it is known as cache hit, okay, and if that data not found in cache, then it is known as miss. Okay, so whenever there will be need of frequently executed loop or instruction or subroutine, okay, then CPU will look for that code into the cache memory. Okay, so if that code or the data or the address, anything is found on the cache memory, okay, then it is known as cache hit. And if it CPU cannot find it in cache memory, then it is known as cache miss. Okay, so what is heat ratio? Heat ratio means a total number of it is ratio of cache hit to total number of memory reference, cache memory reference. Okay, so if you want to find out the heat ratio, then it will be heat divided by heat plus miss. Okay, so heat ratio is nothing but the ratio of cache hit to total memory reference, heat plus miss. So this is how heat ratio will be defined. Now the better or higher the heat ratio, okay, then we can say it is satisfying the requirement of locality of reference. Okay, means CPU don't have to CPU doesn't have to refer to the memory, okay, it is available inside the cache memory. And if there is a cache miss, okay, means hit ratio is very low, frequently CPU has to access the memory, okay, then in that case what will happen, that content will be retrieved from the primary memory, and then it will be stored into the you can say cache memory. So this is how heat ratio can be calculated, and heat ratio will basically define the performance of CPU as well as you can say cache memory. Okay, so whatever locality of reference is there, okay, that will be satisfied by that can be satisfied by heat ratio. Okay, heat ratio will tell that whether it is locality of reference is being satisfied or not. Now next question, then how CPU will store the data into the cache memory. So for that CPU will go with the various mechanism like associative mapping is there, then direct mapping is there, then set associative mapping is there. So let us start our discussion with the associative mapping. Okay, so what will happen in case of associative mapping? In associative mapping, CPU will send data to the cache memory into the argument register. This is, you can say, argument register. Cache will be divided into two part. Okay, means each location will be divided into two part. This is address part and this is data part. Now this address will be the physical address inside the primary memory, okay, and this is cache memory. So whatever content is there, let me write down the content so you can have idea that actually what we are discussing. Let's say here address is 01000 and here is 02777, then 22345, and here on data is, let's say 3456. Here it is 1249. Here it is let's say ending 6677. Okay, and here CPU will give 15-bit address. Now here you can see this here we are using you can say octal representation. Okay, so here it will be 01240 octal representation. So for octal we have to use 3 bit, so 3 bit 3 bit 3 bit 3 bit 3 bit, so total 15-bit address will be there. Now let us see how this associative mapping will work. So whatever content CPU is looking for, CPU will simply provide that 15-bit address into the argument register. Then cache memory will search this entire memory one by one. Okay, so it will start searching it linearly, and if that address is found into the cache memory, okay, then related data will be directly returned to the CPU. Okay, relative data will be directly sent to the CPU, and this is how associative mapping will work. Okay, now in case if there is no match occur, okay, then what will happen? Then CPU will interact with memory, means primary memory, then the data will be retrieved with address, and then it will be stored into cache memory field. Okay, so this is how it will work. Now let us assume that all the locations are full. Okay, so in that case what will happen, various entry replacement algorithm will be used. These are the same algorithm which will be which are used in you can say page replacement algorithm in operating system. Okay, so few of them are, let's say FIFO, first in first out, then optimal, then uh, based, I think FIFO is there and optimal is there. So I think 3 or 4 different page replacement algorithms are there. So most of time this FIFO will be implemented in associative memory. Okay, so this is how associative mapping will be done into the cache memory. And if there is a need of replacement, means entire memory is full, cache memory is full, at that time using these various replacement algorithm, data will be replaced from the memory. So in this tutorial we will keep up to this. In next tutorial we will discuss what is direct mapping and what is set associative mapping. Thank you.